further ado, my name is Gemma. I am the team leader for Team Thermofans, which is the team of Thermomix consultants on the North Coast, mid-North Coast, far North Coast of New South Wales. Tonight I am demonstrating the TM7. Oh, that's totally fine if you're having microphone issues. No worries. Type it in the chat if you need to communicate with us. So the TM7. So we're going to have a look at the TM7. We're going to cook dinner for my family while we do it. And if you've got any questions as we go, please pop them in the chat box as well. So before we get started, as always, we will tell you how much the Thermomix is. Thank you, Shane. So the Thermomix is $2,649. There are lots of different payment options available, which I will go through a little bit later in the demo as well. Everything that you see on the screen is included when you get your Thermomix. So if you just pop back to me, Shane, that is, I'll cover that up. That is obviously your Thermomix bowl, blade and lid, your simmering basket and your butterfly whisk, as well as your Varoma. Now your Varoma is your steaming attachment that lives on top of your Thermomix like this. Black shirt wasn't good for this tonight. I'll move out of the way. So that's what it looks like when it's all put together. If you're using the Varoma. So your Varoma is, like I said, your steaming attachment. And at the moment, only till today, you can add a blade cover peeler for $1 extra to your Thermomix purchase as well. Normally, I want to say, Shane's shaking his head, he doesn't know, $60 or $70, $89 maybe. Somewhere between $60 and $90. Donna will pop that into the chat for me, how much they normally are. But what that one does, and like I said, not normally included as an additional thing, it goes in on top of your blades. Oh, thanks, Shane. Like so. And it kind of makes your Thermomix blade free. So the blades are covered. That is really good for when you are doing like slow cooking, sous videing. Oh, look at that, Angela. She's trying to get your position as top consultant there, Donna. And she hasn't even started yet. Look out. I love it. Thank you, Angela. $69.95 possibly. So it also doubles as a peeler. So this actually peels your potatoes. It will peel boiled eggs. Any hard vegetables will get peeled with your Thermomix. So if you're interested to see how that goes, I do have a little video on my YouTube channel peeling with the blade cover peeler as well. But without further ado, we're going to get started on our dinner tonight. Now, tonight we're only using the bowl. We're not using any of the attachments for the Thermomix, which is actually my favorite way of cooking in the Thermomix, all in one pot, ready to go. Shane might show us the screen. I know it's not a great view of the screen tonight, but this is what your screen looks like when you turn your Thermomix on. There's a few different views of how you can actually look at your screen as well, but I'm actually going into this one and I'm going into my week, and I have actually saved the recipe that we're doing tonight here. I'm pressing that recipe and I am going to hit start cooking. Now, if I wanted to have a look at all of the ingredients and like the preparation steps and all of that, I could just slide down and have a look at that. This will actually even do a half serve as well. So a lot of our recipes you can scale up or down to suit how many you're cooking for as well. I'm just going to keep it for 4 portions because it's actually a huge amount of food, and we need a big amount of food because I've got lots of kids to feed. So let's go here. We'll hit start. And the first thing that we do is it tells us to take off the lid and pop in the Parmesan cheese. Now, if you're weighing into your Thermomix, the scales will automatically pop up for you. And when you take your lid off, the scales will automatically tear back to 0. And that's actually went to -1 because my cord's a bit wrapped around here, but that's okay. And I'm popping in my Parmesan cheese. And I've got a little bit, oh look, 50 to 100 and I've gone 77. You couldn't get much closer than that. That would actually tick off that, that will actually tick off that ingredient for me because it knows that that is what I've done. And then it will be ready to go next. And I'm going to chop that up for 10 seconds. So I'm just going to hit play. And going to hit next. And there is, oh, there you go. Look at you go, Shane. You're on top of it tonight. We've got our Parmesan cheese there, nicely grated. And I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir around and get that last bit out. And I do cheat a little bit because in the next step it says, I think it's going to say to clean and dry my mixing bowl, but I'm not going to worry about that tonight. Don't tell anybody. But there's our Parmesan cheese, really finely grated there. We'll put that aside and we'll keep going with some of our other ingredients. So tonight, did I tell you that we're making creamy salami? No, Shane's saying no, you didn't. We're making creamy salami. No, creamy, what's it called? Creamy tomato and salami fettuccine. It's a mouthful. It's just an all-in-one pasta and it's a winner, okay? Just trust me. Rightio, let's chuck in some more ingredients. So we've got a brown onion. We've got some garlic. When it says 1 garlic clove, I'll just go in with 4 because, you know, that's what you do. I can tick these off myself. And it wants some parsley, but my parsley's all dead, so it's not getting parsley tonight. And I'm going to chop that up. So this is 3 seconds. 3 seconds for the onion. And let's have a look at that, Shane. Look at that. How good's that? Every time. Love it. Rightio, now we're going to pop in our zucchini and our capsicum. Now, it did want half a capsicum, but I'm not going to have half a capsicum left over, so I'm going in with a full capsicum. And it did want 100 grams of zucchini, but again, I'm going in with 160 zucchini because I'm not going to use 60 grams of zucchini for anything. And that's the best part of the Thermomix, is that you are in control of these recipes. So while it does guide you, this is guided cooking, it's not going to be upset if you do deviate a little bit from the recipe as well. Okay, now because I have deviated from the recipe, this is one of the steps where I am actually going to check and see how it went, because I've put a lot more in this than what it asks for of the veggies. And I do like to bulk out the veggies as well, especially when the kids are eating it. So I'm just going to go back. That's pretty good, but there are still chunks, like a bit of chunks of zucchini. So I'm going to go back. Now, when you go back, you just hit the 3 buttons and, oh, no, actually you don't. If you're still on the step, you can actually just go repeat. If you've gone past the step, you can scroll up, hit the 3 buttons and pop as set as current step. But I'm just going to hit repeat and play that again. And that's just 3 more seconds. And then that will definitely be to my liking of the chopped upness. There we go. Chopped upness. Is that a word, Shane? It is now. Rightio. So then we've scraped the sides. That's what it's asked us to do. We're going to pop in some olive oil. I'm actually going to weigh this because it wants 30 to 50 grams. So I'm just going to squirt that in until it comes up with 30. Perfect. Tick that off, go next. And now that's actually going to saute those veggies and heat them up, or start heating them up to 120 degrees. Okay, any questions so far? We've started cooking. This is where your time saving in the Thermomix well, it's already started because I've chopped an onion in 3 seconds. I chopped my garlic in 3 seconds. My Parmesan cheese, I didn't have to stand there and grate that. So I'm already ahead of time compared to how I normally would be. But your time saving really comes into its own when you can set that for 3 minutes and you can go and do something else. I don't know, a load of washing. I know a load of washing is always my go-to because we always have a load of washing to do. But you could do anything, okay? You don't have to be standing beside your Thermomix waiting for it to ding. Um, and like I said, the recipe, you can be guided by what's in the recipe, but you don't have to be set in stone of sticking to those ingredients. You can substitute if you've got intolerance, or your family just doesn't like something. You can always substitute and swap and change ingredients as well. Rightio. So Shane, whilst that has got 1 minute and 52 seconds to go, let's have a quick look at Cookidoo, please. Oh, thank you. So when I went into the recipe, you might have thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Where that recipe was being stored was on a platform called Cookidoo. Now, this costs $89 a year for you to have a subscription to Cookidoo for your Thermomix, your iPhone or your smartphone, and for your computer, all to be connected to Cookidoo and have all of the recipes that are made for the TM7. So there's over 90,000 recipes at the moment on the Cookidoo platform. There's a few different languages. If you're bilingual, you have even more option to search some great recipes from the homeland or whatever. You can also, in Cookidoo, you can modify an existing Cookidoo recipe that you might have made changes to, or you can also upload your very own recipe that you might have made from scratch, or it could be grandma's famous chocolate slice recipe. You can pop that into Cookidoo and have that step by step on your Thermomix. Now, on the next slide, Shane, thank you. We do, every month, we do Cookidoo lessons because Cookidoo is a big platform to learn how to use properly. So Sally, our BDM, runs Cookidoo lessons every month and kind of goes through how to find recipes, save your recipes, how to find recipes that will suit your way of cooking and all that kind of thing, as well as how to convert recipes to Thermomix way of cooking and all that kind of stuff as well. So now we're back. It's had a little ding, 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 a little bit of music there. So I know I have to come back to my Thermomix. It needs me. Here we go. Oh, you can probably see the steam there. Yep, you can. Now, this wants me to pop in some tomatoes. Now, I actually just use canned tomatoes here. So this is one of those bits where I'm deviating a little bit from the recipe. And some water. I always just pour my water in here. Slush that around a little bit to get the last of the tomatoes out. How am I going for 300 there? A little bit more. Oh, look at that. Tiny bit over, that's okay. We'll tick the water off. We're going to put some cream in here. And 200 grams. A little bit extra cream, it's never hurt anybody. And some veggie stock paste, which I do need a spoon, please. Now, when you first get your Thermomix, this is the first thing that we suggest. I was going to say tell you have to, but the first thing we suggest that you make in your Thermomix is the vegetable stock paste. Now, this is part of a lot of our recipes. A lot of the reason why the food tastes so good in your Thermomix is due to this veggie stock paste. So it is a concentrated paste that you make out of all of your leftover veggies and bits and pieces that you might have in the fridge, and it makes a delicious paste that will replace having to buy stock cubes, liquid stocks, any of those flavor enhancing powders or anything like that. So that is one thing that you just stop buying when you get a Thermomix. You don't need any of that stuff. You just use your vegetable stock paste as well. Where do you find, if you mean the vegetable stock paste, Angela, I'm guessing? Yes. I had a customer the other day that couldn't find it as well. So it's definitely just under vegetable stock paste, but she had her filters. There was something weird in her filters and it wasn't coming up for her. So if it's not coming up for you, just go into your Cookidoo settings and just make sure that you've got like your TM7 English, Australia. I think that's the 3 settings, and just make sure that you've got those ticked and you don't have any other weird things ticked that, and you should be able to find it. But if not, just let, I'm just trying to think who your consultant is. Ray, is it? No, I forget. Anyway, let your consultant know and they can send you the link as well, so that you, as soon as you got, if you're ever having trouble finding a recipe on Cookidoo, if someone sends you the link to it, it will go straight to it. So yeah, just let your consultant know that you need help finding that one. Rightio. So now this is heating up all the liquid that is in there. So the tomatoes, and the water and the cream, and then we're going to pop our salami or our chorizo tonight and our fettuccine in there. So this one actually cooks everything in the one pot, which I'm a big fan of. But anyway, host rewards. Okay, let's have a look at what Angela is getting just for hosting. So when I say hosting, just inviting 2 people along to our online demo gives Angela, oh look, Angela's just, we better admit her back in, Shane, when we're talking about her. Oh, Angela just dropped out. Angela, I was having a full conversation with you then and you weren't answering me. That's okay. I'll talk to you about finding the vegetable stock if you didn't hear me say that. But just for hosting tonight, these are these are the options that you have to choose one from, just for hosting on our online demo and inviting 2 friends. So, what did you have your eye on in the host rewards, Angela? Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. No, you can. Well, you can buy the lot of them, but you'd have to have, what's that? 7 demos, because you only get 1 per demo, and we need new people each time. Um, the Dutch oven is actually great. It's a really good quality. Our cast iron products are beautiful quality. They're so heavy and well made, and that Dutch oven makes the nicest loaf of bread. It's just, well, you bake it in there, obviously. The Thermomix makes the bread, but whacking it in there and then baking it, amazing. So, yes. Donna's just taken the words from my mouth. Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Oh, that's what we like to hear. And you're not the only one that gets scared about opening their Thermomix and using it. And that's the best thing about having a consultant, is if you are a little bit scared, reach out to your consultant, let them know, oh, I'm freaking out a little bit, and they will step you through it, help you find the vegetable stock recipe, get you started, and on that track to being confident using your Thermomix, because it's a new thing for everybody. So you do have to kind of ease your way into it as well. Oh, it is Ray. I was asking who your consultant was. I'm sure it was Ray. Yeah. Um, yeah, she's great. And the Portuguese bread is the bread to cook in the Dutch oven. Yes, Donna, it is so good. Anyway, let's tell you about the payment options, Shane. Thank you. Rightio. So we have got lots of different payment options at the moment available. So we do have our Earn Your Thermomix. If you want to come on board and become a consultant and earn your Thermomix, that's always one of our options. And we've got other options as well. So we've got our Zip and our Humm, which are our interest-free options. We've got our Afterpay, PayPal, and credit card, which are our other payment options in there as well. Now, with your Humm and your ZIP, you can pay your Thermomix off under $20, or no, between $20 and $25 a week, and that will be in the 24 months. 24 months, yeah, 24 months. I've looked at Shane. He's like, I don't know, 24 months interest free, and paying it off at about $25 a week. We'll have it paid off in that time. So if that's one of the options that you're looking at, just chat to your consultant about looking at Humm or ZIP Pay as well. Rightio. What else have we got to share, Shane? Oh, the next online demo. I usually do this at the end, but that's okay. So like we were saying to Angela about just hosting a Thermomix demonstration, so you guys can do this next time. Tracy and who's your other person? Tracy and Phoebe can host at the next online demo if you want to. So just by inviting 2 people along to come and have a look at the Thermomix at the demo, lets you be eligible for the host rewards as well. So those host rewards that I showed you actually go until the end of next month. We're almost at the end, aren't we? The end of August. And Jana. Jana can definitely host at the next online demo, Susanna. And yeah, so with those host rewards will stay current until the end of next month as well. So our next online demo is on the 18th of August. So you're very welcome to register for that as well. In my little wrap-up email that I send, I will pop the link for registering for the next online demo as well. Now, while actually, I don't know if it will let me show you the modes, but I thought I would just talk tonight about my 2 favorite modes. Sometimes I get a little bit carried away and I do all of the modes. Thanks, Shane. But I'll just talk about my 2 favorite modes tonight. So, well, you can go back to that slide actually if you'd like, Shane. So the 3 ways of cooking in the Thermomix are manual, guided, and in your modes. So tonight I'm showing you guided, but manual is what you and Marianne, not Sarah, Marianne, will be used to. So you'll be in your TM31, you would be cooking manually all the time. So anything that you could do in your TM31, you can do in the TM7 on manual mode, where you're actually putting in the time, temperature, and speed for each step. In the guided cooking, those steps are already set. And in the modes, they just do one thing. So my favorite mode is the egg boil mode. That's my all-time favorite mode. So with egg boil mode, you literally just pop water in the Thermomix, pop your eggs in on top of the blades, and then set it to how you want your eggs cooked, basically. So anywhere from runny, soft, all the way through to hard. And there's all different steps of how you'd like your eggs cooked. So that's my all-time favorite mode. My next favorite mode, I think, would have to be the sous vide. I did say I had top 6 modes, but I'm only doing 2 tonight. Sous vide mode. So with sous vide mode, and it's a little bit of a tongue twister, again, water in the bowl, you pop protein, so meat, like beef, chicken, eggs, you can even do scrambled eggs in it. You pop them in a Cryovac sealed plastic bag and you submerge them in the water. Now, this mode actually cooks for a long time on a low heat. So it really is the best way to cook these proteins. Now, that has said that it's ready for me to come in here. And I'm going to give this a little stir, which is, I'm just doing that myself, but I just wanted to show you. That's like boiling hot. And we're going to put our fettuccine straight in there. Now, it wants 250 grams of fettuccine. So we will tear that back to 0. I'm going to chuck that in half and a little bit more. How's that? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Rightio. Now I'm actually going to just press this down into the liquid because obviously the pasta's not going to cook if it's not submerged. So make sure that's in there. Now this recipe was actually the very first thing that was cooked in a Thermomix in my house. Oh, and my salami. Don't forget my salami. Right. That's going to help keep the fettuccine down. There we go. And I've gone a little bit over with that, but that's okay because it's a little bit meatier than we normally would. And then we're going to go there. Now this step is cooking for 7 minutes. It's going to keep going at 100 degrees. So we're at 90 degrees now. So on the other side of your screen, you can actually see what the contents actually does, is what's the word? The current temperature. Thank you, Shane. You can see the current temperature of what it actually is at the moment. Over here, you can see what it's going towards. So it's aiming for 100. At the moment, it's 90. And on this step, we're doing soft spoon, which is barely moving, and we're going in reverse. Now, in reverse, the blades are actually blunt. So they're sharp on one side and blunt on the other side. And when it's in reverse, it's just stirring. So it's not going to chop up our pasta, or even if that was salami, like if that was really thinly sliced salami, it wouldn't tear that. It would keep it nice and whole because it is going in that really slow reverse speed as well. Now, it does tell you here that you can prolong this by 3 minutes if your pasta's not cooked at the end. So there's always little hints and tips like that in the recipes as you go as well. But I know this, like I said, this is the recipe that's been cooked at our house for probably about 15 years. Yep, 15 years. And I always do 7 minutes. So, and this is always the pasta that I use as well, the San Remo. So all different pasta has different cooking times and all that kind of stuff. Some people do gluten-free pasta. That's totally fine. Just, it'll tell you on the packet you need to cook it a little bit longer as well. What did Donna say? Thanks, Shane. Fermentation mode for yogurt is one of the most used modes, and I also love the thicken mode. Yes, so the throw it all in custard is actually such a winner, isn't it, Donna? I love custard. That was actually the thing that sold me on getting a Thermomix. They made custard at the first demo I ever went to, and I was like in love. I thought, okay, I will make that every single night for the rest of my life. I'm going to be eating custard till the cows come home. I did, for the start, I did eat quite a lot of custard, but now it's sort of like a once a week thing. So yeah, we still love our custard, but yeah. But yeah, definitely the fermentation mode for your yogurt and all of your things like, so the fermentation mode is a little bit like the sous vide mode, that it is on a low temperature for a long time. So this Thermomix can actually go for up to 12 hours in one step, which is really good for those things as well. And yeah, and thicken mode is great for just, even if you want to make a packet gravy. I know Sally talks about the Gravox gravy, which I know is like almost a swear word around some Thermomix people, but just popping in water and that gravy and popping it on thicken mode and actually letting the Thermomix stir that for you, it can save you a lot of time as well if you're cooking something else as well. So yeah, and I think Ray just joined us. Where have you joined us from, Ray? Are you still on your travels? Oh, you're back home. Oh, what a shame. I thought you were going to tell us, of some exotic location you were. You were. I was going to say you were in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Oh, we love casino. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. And what would you say your favorite mode is on the Thermomix, Ray? Question without notice. Oh, yes. Yep. Yep. Ah, okay. Do you have you got water in there and you've got the dough on top? Yep. Yep. Ah. Yep. 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 Yeah, right. And it makes a really nice moist sort of 40-degree environment for it. Yes. Ah, okay. Ah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, excellent. We won't quote you on that. No sourdough experts come at us. I actually had a customer ask me about sourdough the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Find a friend that's really into it and can tell you because I yeah, it's a lot. You get very invested in your sourdough, don't you? Yeah. The starters. Yep. Yep. Oh gosh, you took your starter on holiday with you. Yeah. Oh dear, that's commitment. That's commitment. That is commitment. And Susanna says she loves the pre-clean mode. Susanna, what do you love about pre-clean mode? I forget about pre-clean mode all the time, don't I, Shane? Good girl. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, right. Shane does all of the washing up. Well, I was going to say down here, but pretty much all the washing up in the whole house. Um, and he always, at the end of a demo, just yells at me and is like, pre-clean, pre-clean. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. But I've been pretty good lately. I have remembered about pre-clean at the end of my demos recent, like in the last couple of months. So when we first got it, I would forget it all the time. I'd forget to even tell people about it. So yes, the Thermomix even washes itself up, which I know is hard to believe because it's it does everything, even washes itself up. So yeah. Any other questions, girls? Because guess what? Dinner's cooked. Can you believe it? Do you hear that noise? Can you actually hear that? The little du-du-du-du. Okay, dinner's cooked. So now I was hoping Angela was going to say that she really wanted a thermo server too, because these are, I think, the second best thing to owning a Thermomix is owning a thermo server. So your thermo server is your stainless steel bowl. It's double walled, so it keeps food hot or cold for 2 hours. And you might have had one of these, Angela, from back in the TM31 days, but this is the new. Oh, you didn't. Sorry, it was Marianne that had the Thermomix. Sorry. You won't have ever had one of these, but Marianne might have had one of these from the TM31 days. Looks a lot different. This is our new and improved um, design as well. So, what was that? It is bigger and it keeps your food hotter or colder for longer. So, and but wait, there's more. I sound like I'm selling it with a set of steak knives. You can't actually buy them. They're only a host offer. So you have to host another demonstration to get one of those girls. And they actually now come with a strap. Look at this. This is so good. I don't know if you can. Oh, thanks, Doll. Anyway, there's our all-in-one pasta. Ready to go. Done. Quickest dinner ever. and full of veggies, all the good stuff. Tastes delicious. Got your Parmesan cheese there when you sprinkle it on top, and you are done. If you're going to use pre-clean mode, because I'm going to remember that tonight, my love, I'm going to pop this back here. I'm going to put some water in it, like that. Pop that lid on, and I'm just going to drag down my little cooking center, and I'm going to go pre-clean, and it's just a quick pre-clean, and I press play, and that's now washing itself up for 2 minutes. What I was going to say is the thermo server now has a strap, which I don't have, but that's okay. It basically, I don't know where the strap's gone, Shane. Shane's looking for the strap. No, anyway, it basically holds the lid on, so you can take it in the car. If it falls over, the lid won't come flying off, and it's like waterproof as well. Ray said the new server is excellent when traveling now. Yes, can be secured. I know. So that's what the strap does. But I'm just using this one down here, so I've lost my strap. But anyhow, that's all good. Have we got any questions, guys? Because otherwise we might say goodbye to our YouTube rewatchers. Bye for now. Has anybody else